you know anything about me, you know that I'm bad about finishing albums. And that's why I'm listening to one album from my playlist every single day to try to catch up. I mean, just look at this. Look at how many albums are on this list. And let me tell you, isn't even all of them. This is over 500 albums that you're seeing here. So today's album is Remember Never Before by July Talk. Now, I had first heard of and listened to July Talk thanks to my viewers on my YouTube channel who suggested I listen to a few of their songs and react to those songs on my channel. And I gotta say, I've really enjoyed everything I've heard from July Talk on my channel. From this particular album, I had heard Certain Father and I Am Water kind of coming into this review. But I gotta say that the rest of the album is damn near perfect. I truly enjoyed every single song on this album. I don't think there was a weak one amongst them. When I sit down and listen to an album so I can review it, I like to add my favorite tracks from each album to my favorites. On Apple Music, you do that by hitting the star. And I realized that I had starred just about every song on this album by the time I was done listening to it. So I'm just going to run through them real quick and tell you a little bit about what I thought for each song. I think After This is a fantastic way to open the album. It's got really good energy. It's a fun song to listen to. Just a fantastic song all around. Certain Father, again, I was familiar with coming into this review, but having listened to it a few more times since then, I really enjoyed the sort of electronic styling of this one. It makes it a little bit different than I think some of their other songs. I think Human Side is a great song. It's one of those that I did not mark as my favorite, but I still think it holds up. It's definitely not a bad song by any means. But then we have three absolutely fire tracks with Hold, GD Mother Fire or God Mother Fire. I'm not sure what the GD is supposed to stand for there, or maybe even Goddamn Mother Fire. I don't know. And then When You Stop. Three fantastic songs. I think Hold is one of those songs where as I was listening to the album, I went, wow, the two lead singers have such great chemistry and they sound so great together. To the point where I had to look up their names because I definitely wanted to know who they were. So Peter Dramanis and Leah Faye Goldstein absolutely bodied this track, and honestly the entire album. I mean, again, their chemistry is unmatchable. It's so great. Every single track, I think their vocals are really what kind of grabs me immediately and brings me into the song and just really makes me appreciate what they're doing. And again, Hold, I think, was that first time where I went, man, like they're on point, on fire with this.
Help me out, would you? Could you explain about the heretics and hateful pricks? But what they got to do with this?
And I think they do a really good job of kind of mixing it up. You know, Hold is kind of a more chill, kind of laid back track. It's got some nice energy to it still, but God Mother Fire is faster paced, and it really kind of brings you back into the energy of the album. And I think that's further evidence because they then move into When You Stop, which again I think kind of takes the energy back a little bit, gets a little quieter, a little more sort of passion put into the lyrics there. But again, they do a great job. The lead vocalists do a great job of just making it a very, very memorable and exciting and just catchy song to listen to. Silent Type is another one of those that I didn't necessarily favorite, but again, it's still a fantastic song. I love the energy behind this one. Again, they do a good job of sort of giving you an up and down, right? As a song that is maybe a little bit not as energetic or in your face, but then they come back with one that is a little bit more energetic and in your face, and it just makes for a really nice mix. The last minute or so of this song especially, I think it just have this really fun energy about them. The instrumentation is a little bit heavier. I think the vocals throughout are fantastic. 24 Hours overall is again a very fun song, but it's something about the way that Peter sings that for 24 hours, the way he sings that line, that just really captivates me as I listen to it. Repeat might be my favorite song off the album, and that's saying something because I just told you how many songs I added to my favorites playlist from this album. I mean, just a fantastic album from start to finish, but Repeat really just brings this energy, but also brings this sort of passion, and the lyrics I think are absolutely fantastic. You can sort of just like feel the lyrics as you listen to them, and this song is both beautiful and haunting, and again has that nice energy to it that I feel like July Talk has kind of used to bring me into enjoying their music.
Take a train to midnight, back to Chicago.
And then we really slow it down with Raw. Raw is such a beautiful song. I absolutely appreciate it with the piano, the way the vocals are sung. I mean, everything from start to finish on that one was just phenomenal. And again, it really kind of, after a song like Repeat, it really kind of slows things down and then finishes strong with I Am Water. I Am Water is a really fun song, and I'm glad that it is on this album. I don't know how I feel about it being last. I feel like Raw would have been a really great song to really finish the album with. But again, I Am Water kind of completes the trajectory, right? Where you have some nice energy with Repeat, you kind of bring it back down with Raw, and then you kind of end on a very high note with I Am Water. So it really just depends on your take, on your preference of flavor there. But man, overall, this is a fantastic album. Since the first time I've listened to it, I've been listening to it almost nonstop. I mean, it is, to me, near perfect from start to finish. Again, the vocals from both vocalists are absolutely phenomenal. The instrumentation, I haven't even talked about that much, but it's heavy when it needs to be. It's soft and subdued when it needs to be. I think it just, they are on the top of their game. The guitar work throughout is fantastic. Again, I like some of the synth and electronic experimentation they do, especially with Certain Father. Great use of piano throughout, especially where it's going to have the most impact in songs like Raw. I mean, truly, guys, a fantastic album. Highly recommend. I give it 5 of those little red stars from Apple Music out of 5. It's fantastic. It's a damn near perfect album, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I did. Go give it a listen if you haven't already, guys. All right, y'all. Hey, had a really fun time with this one. I'll let you know what's next. See you for now.